Take a drink of water.
You always do this.
I didn't know.
I don't even
didn't
have my
know.
water, so
Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Greetings, strangers. I'm Britt.
and I'm D. I was
And
just waiting.
people are like, she's not giving what she's supposed to give. I'm gonna say you blame D.
Blame me?
Brittany's not giving. She's not giving what she's supposed to give in her intros.
What that got to do with me?
She be making me feel shy.
Anyway.
Make me feel ashamed. Nah. Hello. Welcome to another episode of It's a Strange World After All. The podcast where we discuss true crime cases, the supernatural, urban legends, conspiracy theories, and all of the things that keep the world strange. However, in today's episode, we are doing movie reviews of the horror, thriller, slasher, and true crime genre in the name of the holiday, I guess. In the name of the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
Today's theme.
Yeah.
Yes. Real quick. D, you look good, girl. You look good. She out here spiffed. I'm out here still,
Thank you.
Still handsome as ever. But D, you look nice. You like a lady.
You ready?
Whenever you are.
Oh, this one is a horror comedy. So.
Yes. A homedy, if you will.
In a quiet suburban neighborhood, a babysitter must protect herself and a 12-year-old boy from intruders. She soon discovers that this is far from a normal home invasion. In today's episode, we review Chris Peckovers' I hate with the little apostrophe.
Oh, yeah.
Better Watch Out, released in 2016. So we have an older movie.
Ooh, the fact that 2016 is referred to as an older movie is just like, huh?
I know.
That was a good old 2016. That was like Lemonade, Auntie. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Before everything went downhill.
Before
times.
Before things started being revealed, which is great, by the way. I'm here for it. Good times. So I better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. This movie is coming to town. Had you ever watched this movie before we decided to review it?
No. I think I picked this movie, didn't I?
Yeah. I think. I don't remember.
So, long story short, we were supposed to do this last year. But life happened, so here we are, a year later.
It was me. I don't care. My system wasn't working. We tried to do it. It was not working. We tried to do it twice. It was not working. So she right. It was a year later, but we're here.
We are here. No, I don't know. I think I just kept seeing like it was either like TikToks about it, or I just kept getting like the recommendation on Tubi. So I was like, what is this? And I watched it and I was like, oh, this is actually, I don't know what I thought it was going to be, but it was better than what I thought. So.
Yeah, same. I don't know what I thought it was going to be either, because I'm trying to think if I remember. I went back and watched the trailer for this, but I'm trying to remember if I saw the trailer before, like when they were first advertising it. I don't remember. And if I did, I think, I didn't maybe I didn't see the full trailer. Maybe I only saw the teaser, so I really didn't know what to expect. But watching the trailer now, I kind of was like, I feel like they kind of gave the movie, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've seen it now. I'm like, that's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
obvious.
yeah.
I
Um,
don't know.
so one of the women from Girl That's Scary, is that was that one of them? They say that they before they review a movie, they never like if they haven't seen it, they never watch the trailer. So they can go into it, you
Interesting.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I could be
yeah,
wrong, but I think it was one of them.
maybe. So I didn't watch the trailer the first time that I watched it, but I watched it today. So like when I watched it last year, I really didn't know what to expect. But when I watched it this time, I watched the trailer. That's why I was saying I couldn't tell if it was just because I watched the movie. It was kind of like, well, you just gave everything away to me in the trailer. Or if I would have watched the trailer before, would I still feel like, oh no, I didn't expect this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, of course there will be spoilers, even though it's an older movie. We're still gonna spoil the crap out of it. So if you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
go watch it and then come back.
Just know going forward, every movie review will have spoilers.
Yes, and going forward, every movie review episode will have a spoiler alert. Spoiler
You gonna have
alert.
to come up with another sound for that.
Be like, hooty hoo, caca, caca. Spoiler alert. But
That's
okay,
hilarious.
let us get into this. Better watch out movie review. It's the holidays. We're feeling good. We're feeling the love. We got our eggnog, hot chocolate, our kettle corn, caramel corn, that little mixed bucket that you get from the grocery. You know what I'm talking about? Where you got the cheddar, the caramel, and the regular. That tin, the Christmas tin, you got that in your hand. And we're locked in the movie. It is Christmas Eve, and 17-year-old Ashley, played by I'm finna mess this last name finna get messed up. Played by Olivia, is it DeJong or
That's what I think.
okay?
That's what it looks
I know.
like.
Okay, I'd seen her before. Also, majority of these actors were Australian actors. Fun fact: they didn't even film the movie in the U.S. where they were supposed to be located. They filmed it in Australia, and they had to make a bunch of fake snow to make it look like it was like a U.S.
Did not know
upstate
that.
Christmas. There were only two American actors, and I believe it was just the
The
parents.
parents.
Yes. So,
Huh.
uh, yeah. Fun fact. So yeah, 17-year-old Ashley. Again, I believe it's pronounced Olivia DeJong is an actress who plays Ashley's character. She is babysitting 12-year-old Luke Lerner, played by Levi Miller, while his parents, Deandra and Robert Lerner, we'll say Lerner, played by Virginia Virginia Madsen, aka Helen
Helen.
from from Candyman. Yes, and
R.I.P.
again,
Tony Todd.
RIH. Yes, again, RIH, RIP Tony Todd. And Patrick Warburton. He's the dude that's on those like commercials.
He is
I
in
can't think
a
of the commercials.
lot.
He is in a lot. I believe he's a character voiceover too, because he just has a distinct voice.
He's
So the parent.
in
Go ahead, sorry.
the cartoon. What's the Disney Emperor's New School? Yeah, he
Yes, isn't
plays
he
the yeah,
Kronk?
yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the parents, they're gonna go to a party, and so Ashley is going to babysit 12-year-old Luke, which I don't want to bring up any controversy, but how old is too old? Oh, I guess you're never too, you know what I mean? Like, did he need a babysitter? Did he need a babysitter?
I think it's a cultural. Well, no, I'm not even gonna say a cultural thing. I think it's like a.
Maybe an economic thing,
I
which would
don't
be
know
culture. Is
because I
that?
was gonna say. Well, my mama got a lot of kids, so I was gonna say we never had a babysitter, but
Oh yeah,
I
because you're
mean, at
watching
that
each
age,
other.
we were like left alone. So, so
But
I don't
still,
know.
yeah, like you said, you guys had each other. So maybe because he didn't have any siblings, because he was an only child, maybe.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Even still, I
Yeah.
think I might have been like, "Can you stay at your friend's house tonight?" Like, I'm not gonna hire a babysitter. Like, hey, sleepover. I don't know. 12. And then he was tall too, so he just felt older too. I think I was like, he don't need no dang babysitter, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we find out pretty early on that Luke has his a crush on Ashley, the babysitter, and he throughout the movie is unsuccessfully attempting to seduce her. There's a scene where they're watching a horror film, and while they're watching a movie, Luke is getting lit. He started he was drinking straight out of a champagne bottle, trying to look cool, I guess. I don't know. While they're watching that movie, some weird stuff starts happening. So she starts hearing sounds, doors are opening by themselves, different objects are being moved around. There's even like someone calling, and well, someone called and hung up. So they were like prank phone calls. And then so Ashley was supposed to order a pizza. The parents had given her money to order a pizza, but she never placed an order for the pizza. And there's a knock at the door, and it's a pizza man. And she's like, Luke, did you order pizza? And he's like, no, I did not order pizza, but my dad probably ordered pizza because he knew I need to eat anyway. So, yeah, all of that is weird. The fact that that pizza mysteriously showed up, and it had like toppings that he wouldn't have even ate, like mushrooms. But she's kind of just like, okay, this is really weird. Turns out that all of that ends up being Luke's best friend, which you met him earlier in the movie, and he comes back. His name is Garrett, played by the actor. These actors' names is killing me. Ed Oxenbold, Bold, Ed
We're gonna go with that.
Oxenbold. That's what we're gonna go with. Um, and yeah, he was just pranking them, but really just stopping by to hang out. He said so.
And he was in the whole time. I was like, this kid looks familiar, but he was in. Have you seen The Visit?
No, I know he's in it because
Uh,
she's in it, right? They're in it together, correct?
who?
Uh,
She's in there
Olivia.
too.
I think so. Hold on.
What?
Yeah,
Because she does
Olivia.
not look familiar to me.
She looks familiar to me, but I don't think that I've seen The Visit. But yeah, that's a fun fact too that they both starred together as
Oh,
siblings
it
in
is
The
her.
Visit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just remember because he kept getting on my nerves in the movie because he kept on freestyling. I was like, you don't sit
In The
down.
Visit.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I've never watched. Now I'm gonna have to watch The Visit. Okay,
Yeah. That must have been me and Angelica then. Because I remember watching it with somebody. So I think it was Angelica.
probably.
They hear a window break upstairs. And then when they go up there, they find a brick. And on the brick, it says, you leave, you die. So there's that. So now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's not Garrett. So who is this? So they're planning to escape, and they Ashley looks out the window and they see that her tire is slashed. So can't do that. So then Garrett panics and he ran out the back door and he seemingly shot. So yeah, there he goes. So Ashley and Luke, they run upstairs to go hide in the attic. He's saying like he has to go get a gun or whatever, but as he's like pacing back and forth, there's like a spider or something that crawled on her. And
It was a
so
big
she
spider.
panics and she almost falls like out of the opening in the attic and almost breaks her neck. So I'm like, that would have been me because I probably would have died anyway.
I
Because
mean,
I
and that
can't.
wasn't like you can't
That was a
what?
big spider. I can't do
That was a big
bugs
spider.
at all.
That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah,
That wasn't even like a normal house spider. That was a spider. Like, and it was
house
like on her
spider.
face, like, woo! Yeah, it wasn't no
I
regular
know.
house spider. You got your that was like a Charlotte's Web spider. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
So they run into Luke's room and they hide in the closet while the intruder is walking around the house with a shotgun. It was a lot of suspense because how he found them. What was Luke trying to do? I don't know what he was trying to do, but she was like, they were kind of like tussling and they hit a toy. And then
Oh
the toy
yeah.
went off, and then she saw like this mask and she screamed. And then that's when the intruder came in the room. And as they're looking at him, Ashley's like, wait a minute. And she notices that I think it's the mask was one of Luke's masks. And then
Yeah.
it turns out that the intruder is actually Garrett. So
Dun dun dun.
they set this whole thing up so I guess so he could look like a hero and protect her. And I don't know, I guess he had this idea that she was gonna fall in love with him or whatever. You know, kids. Kids.
Kids planning out kid stuff. That's
So Ashley, she started going off and she's like calling him crazy, saying he needs help. And then she was like, I'm gonna call your parents. And she's walking and he's like yelling, Lucas is like yelling her name. And then she turns around and he pistol whipped her and she fell down the stairs and she's knocked unconscious.
yes.
That's when I was like, that's when it took a turn for me. Cause even though it was him, I was like, okay, where else can they go with this since it's revealed to be Garrett twice? I did not see that
Oh
coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like also trigger warning for excessive violence. Like yes, this is a horror movie, but also in some of the descriptions, I feel like we should give a
Oh,
trigger warning. That's
yeah.
just especially because yeah, he pistol he. Woo, I didn't even realize he had the gun in his hand when he slapped her. I thought he just did like a Will
I didn't
Smith,
either. It
like a
happened so
backhand.
fast.
It
Yeah.
did. And then when they panned to him, they showed that he was holding the gun. I was like, dang, I was like, how he slap her to knock her like down the stairs, but he
Yeah.
hit her with that gun. I was like, oh my God, yeah, same as you. I was like, oh my God, this kid is off his rocker. This kid is off
Cause
his
you could tell
rocker.
Garrett, he was like, okay, you need to chill out. Cause he
This is I didn't sign up for this, man. We're just gonna do a couple of pranks, maybe see some titties. I don't know. This is
I know.
it. That's all I signed up. Yeah, you know what it was given. We always plug
What?
in other episodes, but I don't care. It's our show, Maribel. To me, like he's Maribel, and then
Oh,
what
her
was her
friend.
friend's
What was her
name?
name?
Yes,
It was like Norma or something. I can't
yeah.
remember. It was
Garrett's
like an
giving Norma.
old woman name.
Yeah, Garrett is
Yeah.
like, man, I don't know. All right, so
Oh.
she is knocked unconscious. And when she comes to, she is tied up with duct tape. There is a running joke or just like a running statement is through the movies that that duct tape has like 1,001 uses. You can use it for a lot. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't realize until a certain point. I was like, I see what y'all did there. Follow the duct tape. She's trying to convince him, like, hey, this is not you. Like, you can still come back from this. I don't know what's going on. Like, let's figure this out. Ashley's boyfriend, Ricky, played by Alex Mikic. Mikic. I'm assuming is how you say that. Alex Mikic. These
I think
Australian
so.
names are kicking. Woo. Okay. But the character name is Ricky. He comes to the house because he's saying that he received a text message from Ashley saying, "Hey, come by. I want you to come by." He ends up pushing his way in, forcing himself in, and is going through the house looking for Ashley. Think after a while, he's kind of like, wait a minute, this is weird. Because I think I'd have been like, wait a minute, this is weird. Y'all two are here. I see her car. Where is she? He starts to sense that something is wrong, and Luke attempts to knock him out, hitting him with a hitting him with a bat. Sorry, I'm laughing. Let me say it without laughing. Okay. Luke knocks him out, hitting him with a baseball bat, and he's in the hall. He feeling good about himself. He in there jigging. I was like, this little kid is out of control, knocking people out. He's dancing. But Ricky comes too, and he's like, what the heck? So he attacks Luke. He's really concerned now about Ashley. Just is still trying to get him to tell him where she is. And freaking Gary, I was like, Gary, now is your time. You can stop Luke. You don't know what he's capable of. But he protects Luke. He's standing there with a shotgun. And he convinces the guy to let loose. Like, he convinces Ricky to let Luke go. And then Luke knocks him out. And Garrett is like, Luke, like, you could have did something. Garrett, you had the power to be like, everybody stop.
Exactly.
And he
That's why
didn't.
I was so confused about his character, because you could tell, like we said, he was like, I didn't sign up for this, but then you turn around and do that. So
yeah, I don't know. Granted, he is just a kid, and he's probably like terrible. Well, not probably. He is terrified. He was also on, what did he take? Oxycontin.
he
He took
sure
Luke's
did.
mom's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But okay, so Ricky's knocked out. Luke and Garrett are able to get him. Well, I guess it's two of them. They're working together. Their 12-year-old selves are able to drag him down the stairs and tie him up and sit him next to Ashley. So Luke is now spilling the beans. He admits that he has this plan that he's wanting to put in action, and they're just waiting for one more guest. He tries to get Ashley to call her ex-boyfriend, Jeremy. This the dude from Stranger Things.
Is
That
it what?
I cannot. Isn't he Maxine's brother? I call her whole name. Max's brother. You
I
don't
don't
watch
even know. I
Stranger
haven't
Things. Go
watched
ahead and get us
Stranger Things
canceled.
in a minute. I only saw the first 2 seasons.
Oh my gosh. I think that he's in season 2. He's
Mm.
Max's brother. Yeah. I don't know how to say his name, y'all. Don't come for me. I think it's Dacre Montgomery. Dacre Montgomery.
Sounds right.
Okay. But yeah, he's the one that gets like impaled by uh whatever that thing was in season 2. But anyway, that is who plays her ex-boyfriend Jeremy, and he's trying to convince Ashley to call him and get him to come over. He's threatening her with a gun, and she's like, bro, you're not about to shoot me. I don't believe that you're about to shoot me, and even if you were, I'm not about to invite anybody else. So she calls Luke's bluff. Luke does not shoot her. He, though, calls Jeremy, and somehow, I don't know how, because I'd have been like, boy, stop playing on my phone, convinces him to come over, telling him, like that Ashley's distraught and she really needs to see him. And I'm just like, why would you believe this kid?
And then the scene where he burned his cheek, and then wait, they had weed, right? Because it was like a joint, or was it a
Oh,
cigarette?
so it was because he took that pencil, right, and stuck it in his
Yeah,
face. He stuck it
and
in
then he
Ricky's face.
and he blew like smoke, and I was like, what in the world? And the smoke was coming out the hole in his cheek.
This cheek. That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kyle, like, how did they do that? But it was because, so what she's talking about is because Garrett was smoking weed. Garrett was stressed the whole time. He said he needed something to take the edge off. So he was smoking weed and he was like, oh my God, the house is going to smell like weed. How are we going to explain that? And then he makes Ricky smoke it to try to get it in his system to make it look like it was him smoking. But I'm like, really, how well was this thought out? But okay.
I know. So they take Luke to like the living room or whatever, and Ashley is sitting there trying to cut the duct tape with glass. And so Luke is trying to show Garrett. So they have him positioned like under the stairs, and Luke is at the top of the stairs with a can of paint like on a string. And it's similar. He's trying to show him basically what would happen in the scene from Home Alone if it like actually
Yeah,
happened in real
yes.
life. Yeah. So he swings it, but he missed. And then this is when Ashley gets free and she threatens to shoot him. And Luke was like, you know what, I don't even care. And he did it again. And they didn't show it like on camera, like, because this time it actually hit his face. And then you just
Man.
see the paint dripping down like on his shoe with the like blood and all of that. But I was like, this little boy is crazy.
He's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I thought the first thought that I had was mustard. Because the
I
paint
wasn't
was.
even gonna say it. It was
Did it come across your head? I was like, this paint look like
yes.
mustard. Turn the goddamn TV off. He has lost his mind. He has
Really?
lost his mind.
Man.
I think I would have shot. I think I would have shot him. I think I would have shot him. Like, granted, what's no? Go ahead, say it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Then I got something to say.
Okay. So I guess like she didn't try to shoot him, but she tried to shoot the gun in the air and then she realized it wasn't loaded. So even if you did want to shoot him, can't because no bullets.
But in the event that it was loaded, or shit, I didn't know it was loaded. I think I think I would have came around the corner like, oh my God, because he's already showed you he's crazy. I guess she still didn't think he was capable of killing somebody, but I'm like, I don't trust these kids today. He's done all of this. He slapped the mess out of you. You fell downstairs. You got because he hit this man with a baseball. He hit this man with a baseball bat. He stuck a pencil in his cheek. Like, what else? I don't know. I think I would have immediately shot. I wouldn't even gave him no.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Still would
I
have been
get
in the
that.
same predicament, but still.
So when she realized it wasn't loaded, she tries to run out the door, and because there's like a group of carolers outside, which is that a real thing? Do people really do that? Because I have never seen that before.
I think it's specific neighborhoods people do that. Or maybe like specific
What
places.
you trying to say?
What I said, I think in specific neighborhoods. Like I'm talking like upper echelons. I'm not talking about lower middle class. I'm talking about upper echelons. Which we know we are not. They probably do it there.
But yeah, she's trying to make it to them so that they can get help. But then Luke grabs the brick that was thrown in the window and knocks her upside the head with it, and
Man.
again. So she done been pistol whipped and she got hit with a brick. So
She cannot win. I thought she had it. I was like, she got it. Surely she got it. She did not got it. She did not got it.
oh, that is the guy from Stranger Things. I have it playing on the TV.
Oh, yes, it is a guy
Okay,
from
I have to
Stranger
see his
Things.
face again.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay, so Ashley's back in the house. Ashley is tied up again. Garrett is still freaking out. He's freaking out even more because he just witnessed his friend kill a man. And he's like, it's gone too far, which it has definitely gone too far. So Jeremy, Ashley's ex-boyfriend, who Luke somehow convinced to come to the house, finally comes to the house. And so they're going back and forth in between scenes. Ashley and Garrett are inside. Ashley's trying to convince Garrett, like, you don't have to listen to him. He's a shitty friend. He uses you. Like, untie me. We can get out of this. We can make this right. Luke is outside with Jeremy, trying to convince him that Ashley does want to see him, but she wants an apology first. That she wants him to write an apology letter. I'm assuming Jeremy was maybe under the influence of something, because I don't know. Again, first of all, for him to even get you to come over there, is baffling to me. Second of all, I'm not going to
Yeah.
sit out here in this snow. I have not seen her. I don't even know if she's alive. Not that he's thinking. I don't even know if she's here. That would be my thought. I don't even know if she's here. This could be a prank. Now you're asking me to write an apology letter. It's giving prank. But he does it anyway. As soon as Jeremy writes his letter, Luke hangs him with a swing, wasn't it? From a tree. It was with that
Mm-hmm.
little wooden swing. Yep. Takes a swing, hangs him from a tree. So his plan was to make the apology look like a suicide note.
Mm-hmm.
And so inside, Ashley is still trying to convince Garrett, and I think it's working. I believe maybe he was about to set her free. He tells her, like, don't worry, like, I will take care of everything. He kisses her on the cheek. Next thing you know, Luke shot him. I couldn't even just shot him straight in his, like, stomach.
Yeah. I was
I
like, the
just
way
remember
he flew
thinking,
across the
what?
room. I
It was a
know.
shotgun, and that's a
Yeah.
kid. Like, he was pretty close
Yes.
range too.
He was. And it's how crazy Luke is, because he shoots him and then he walks up to him and Garrett is like talking to him like, you don't have to do this. And then I think he was gonna say something like, I want my mom or something. And then he
Oh
shot him
yeah,
again. I was
I
like,
felt
oh
so
my
bad.
God.
I felt so bad
Yes.
for Garrett. I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah,
Yeah.
and then I was like, this kid is a sociopath and a narcissist, which I think is a trait of, like, a socio or psychopath. Cause I'm like, he made everything about him, like the fact that he was like, why did you make me do that? You made me
Mm-hmm.
do that. I'm like, you did not have to shoot that kid like that. Like, then
Yeah.
he blamed killing Ricky on Garrett, because remember, he was like, you're the one that was smoking weed in the house. So then I had to come up with a plan.
Oh
And Garrett
yeah.
was like, no, bro, you probably planned to kill him this whole time. And now he really kind of was like, damn, he planned all of this. They were never getting out of this.
Yes.
And now look at him.
Man. Yeah, that was
Man.
sad though. He didn't have to do Garrett like that.
Mm-mm.
He literally
Justice
is
for
there
Garrett
helping you. Yeah.
the whole
But
time.
yeah.
Now Ricky's dead. Garrett is dead. Jeremy is dead. Luke then has his final say to Ashley. It could have been you. I don't know what he said. I don't remember what he said. It could have been us. It should have been us. It should have been you. I don't remember what he says, but he ends up stabbing her in the neck and begins his little montage of setting the stage to kind of frame Jeremy for all of the killings. So again, he's dancing awkwardly around the house like a little sociopath that he is, and setting everything up. He's also tracking his parents the whole time to make sure
Yes, I was
they
just
don't come
about to
home
say that.
early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the suspense.
So he's trying to get the house back in order, and then the whole thing with the pencil on the door, he was trying to
Yeah,
set the
because he
pencil
was.
up, but it kept falling. Yeah. And
Yeah,
so he
which
sets it
explain
up,
it,
but
because we
then
didn't explain it. Explain why the pencil was the thing, because we didn't explain it earlier.
I don't even remember why the pencil was a thing, honestly.
It was because his mom wanted to track his sleepwalking, so she was like, if you put it on here, he's
Oh,
not supposed to know that it's on here, but then we'll know if
because
he
she
got out of
hid it
his
under
room.
the rug at the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he puts the pencil back on there. He goes out the window trying to get back into his room. And then that's when his parents pull up and he's like fighting for his life on the roof. He almost knocked down the decorations and all that.
Yeah.
So he finally gets back into bed, and then you just hear the mom like screaming. And then they call the police, and she's up there, like, hugging him and wouldn't let him go downstairs. And he's like, "What happened? What's going on?"
Boy,
Like,
and the Oscar
what is
goes
wrong with
too.
you?
What is going on? How you sleep through all of that? We're gonna talk about it. Go.
Exactly. And so they just hear somebody yelling that there's a survivor. Come to find out, Ashley stuck duct tape over the stab wound to stop the bleeding. That's how she survived.
Yeah.
So he looks out the window and he sees Ashley on the stretcher. They're loading her into the back of the ambulance, and then she gives him the finger. And
Oh, can't do that. My bad. She was like this.
oh man. And then that is the end, and then the credits roll, and then mid-credit roll, we cut back to Luke and his mom, and he's like, this is crazy. So he's like, "I'm worried about Ashley. We should go check on her at the hospital." And then that is the end of the movie. So it's implied that he wants to go to finish his job, basically.
To finish what he started. I want to know. And of course, you're not thinking anything about your kid because it's your kid. They're a little angel. But I'd be like, how you sleep through this? How you sleep through this? When you
Yep.
sleepwalk, is it that deep of a sleep? I don't know. I don't know how that works. But
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
okay. I don't know how you
Yeah.
sleep through this, number one. And then why is Garrett here? Because Garrett left. Garrett left pretty much when the parents left.
I
You
didn't
know what I
even think
mean?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have been like, his parents, I'd have been like, how the heck did Garrett get back here? Why is Garrett like? What is the whole story here? It's a lot.
I mean, but she seems like the type that lets him get away with everything, though. So
Oh well,
she probably didn't even question it at all.
that's true.
So,
Also, can I say, as someone who has also had like parents out of town or something like that for an extended period of time, and then you do the whole what time they supposed to come back, and then you start like cleaning and stuff like that. I thought that it was pretty funny that he's doing like what a normal kid would have done. Like, oh yeah, I had friends over, we were drinking and stuff, and now I'm cleaning. But this man's was a murderer. He murdered these people and was trying to hurry up and clean stuff up before his parents got home. And he was just so like nonchalant about it.
calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, this is
That
crazy.
is crazy. Luke,
Luke.
what do you think, and what is your rating?
I wish I had two thumbs. More thumbs. Two thumbs. I'd give that movie two thumbs down. No, it was good. I thought that it was good. Okay. So again, like I said, the first time I watched it, I did not watch a trailer first. So when I went into it, I really was like, okay, this is like what's that movie? Last Call? You know what I'm talking? What's the name of that movie? The movie. Dang it. When a Stranger Calls, ho. That's what I was trying to think of. Right, When a Stranger Calls.
Yeah,
Right?
kind of.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on.
with the
Before I
babysitter
start
and
talking.
the kids.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was feeling a little bit. Nah, I have to watch it too. I was feeling a little bit of When a Stranger Calls, and I was like, "Oh no, these people in here about to be fighting for their life." And then, oh, plot twist! It's the kid. I thought that it was pretty inventive. I thought that it was pretty good for like a horror comedy, because I know those kind of get a little bit of like a bad rap in the horror community. But as like a babe in the horror community, I thought that it was pretty good. I thought that it was a lot like Krampus in the sense that it was giving Christmas, but it was also still giving horror. Like there were jump scares because I jumped a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
and yeah, and the kills were actually really well thought out. Like there was a story from start to finish, and I was here for it because as messed up as it was, the little paint thing, that little paint kill was like a pretty good kill scene, and it
Mhm.
wasn't super graphic. I could watch it with my nephew. He's 16, 17. We'll have a good time. I thought it was good. I would definitely pull up on that thing when I'm looking for horror movies of this genre around Christmas. Yeah,
Mhm.
I liked it. Oh, rating. Ooh, ah, or is that cheating? Don't want to hear you talk about it for a little bit before I. Okay, if I were to rate it, I would have rated. What did I rate Krampus? I would rate this out of 5, 1 to 5, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
God, because I feel like we being too easy. Okay, let me think about the acting. Let me think about. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna
You want
give
me
it a
to
3. I think I'm gonna give it a 3. Well, I was gonna give it a 2.8. I was gonna give it a 2.8, but I felt like
That's
2.8 didn't
funny.
really. Were you gonna give it a 2.8?
I was gonna give it a 2.8 and then I was gonna change it to a 3. But I
Well,
had
then we're
reason
going.
to
Okay, so then
Yeah.
I would stick with a 3 because I really was like, you know what? I'm trying to think of like any negatives. While you're talking, I'm gonna think of like negatives, but I really enjoyed it. I could watch it again. Cinematography was great, acting was great. Yeah, I'll go a 3, even.
So, okay, I already said I would give it a 3. So, I
Yeah,
originally, even though 2.83, not that far off, but like how you mentioned the kills. So, movies like this, technically, a lot of like horror fans don't really like because if you think about it, the kills, most of them were not shown on camera.
yeah,
I think the only one that was really shown was the hanging, but like but again, the best kill in the movie was not shown, and it was the paint. So I was like,
that's
okay,
true.
if you could make me like it without even showing it, I'm gonna raise my rating a little bit. So I give it a 3. And like you said, I would definitely watch it again. And then it's like, even though this little kid is clearly crazy, it's they do a pretty good job of balancing the comedy too. So I'm gonna give it that because I was laughing. And then
Yeah,
my favorite like brand of comedy is like dark comedy. So like I like comedy like that you're not supposed to be laughing at this, but it's still funny. So yeah, that's like my favorite like brand of comedy. So
yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Okay,
And I would
yeah,
definitely recommend it.
yeah. In all honesty, it was, and then yeah, it wasn't like corny. It was like you should, like Dee said, it was genuinely funny. So that was another thing. Like,
Hmm. But yeah. So there's plenty of and like the one you just said. So there are plenty of movies with this
oh
same
yeah,
plot. But yeah, this one was good.
yeah, just not told. Yeah, because the way that they told it, and I think choosing to do it around Christmas, and keeping
Mhm.
the whole like mention of like the whole Home Alone. Like, okay, what if we did Home Alone, but
Mhm.
what if we did it in a horror fashion? Like, no, we
Yeah.
can really fork some people up with this. Yeah. So we each gave it a 3. IMDb does their scale out of 10. They gave that thing a 6.5, so just over half, which is a decent rating. Rotten
Mhm.
Tomatoes gives it an 89%, also a good rating.
Oh.
Metacritic gives it a 67%. And the Google review is a 3.5, And the note is that 78% of Google users like this movie. So, and Google does theirs on a 5-star scale too. So they gave them a 3.5. So we weren't too far off. Go watch it. Definitely the season. A reason to watch it.
And it is on, well, I watched it on Tubi. I don't know what you...
Same. Tubi, because it was free on Tubi.
Yeah.
You got to get through the little ads, but the ads weren't even that bad. So, yes. That is all, folks.
Please follow us on Instagram at It's a Strange World Podcast and on Facebook and TikTok at It's a Strange World After All. Also, if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify and like the show, please go ahead and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're feeling extra strange, please leave us a review.
Yes, please. We would love to hear from you. What did you think of this week's episode? Also, if there's anything else in the world of strange or true crime cases that you would like us to cover, let us know. If you have any personal stories involving true crime or the supernatural, we would love to have you on the show and share them with our listeners. If you have any movie or documentary suggestions of the horror, thriller, slasher, or true crime genre that you would like us to review, email those submissions to itsastrangeworldafterall@gmail.com or DM us at any other social media platforms mentioned. Even if you just want to say, hey, there will be here.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of It's a Strange World After All.
And thank you as always for keeping it strange with us. We'll see you next. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
No? Okay. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.